Okay, so the band moves on to Pittsburgh, and I'm sure some of you are as well. We had some people hit the opener the other night over a gym, runaway gym opener was hit by Spud and Brent, and we had another just a, probably below average night of picks, although the band sort of jammed us up there with the surprise first set. A few people still hit two, so it seems like 3 out of 5 is so far the winner of the summer. A couple people did that on night 2. Mostly that, we're hitting 0, 1, or 2. I've dropped, I believe, a couple of 1s and a 2. I've not hit an offer yet. No donuts out of this guy, so that's good. It's keeping me in the running, I feel. As long as you can get 1 a night, you can knock off a couple of 4s, you can win this whole thing, You end up like the Oklahoma City Thunder. World champions. I don't know why they say world champions, though. They really only play basketball here in the NBA in North America. And then at that, there's only one team in Canada now. All right, so enough about Canada. Next thing you know, they'll be playing Loving Cup. So let's start with the opener. How about Split Open and Melt? All right, I'm really going out on a limb there. That could be both a long shot and an opener. Not that Melt's a long shot, but Melt being the opener could be my long shot of the night, because I had some trouble with the long shot. See here, look at this. We originally had Shade, and then I was like, I don't know, is Shade really a long shot? Then we went with Cars, Trucks, and Buses. It's not really a long shot, Those are songs that get played, at minimum once a summer. I believe they might have just played Shade back in Mexico, possibly. So what we went with, finally, the final decision, Death Don't Hurt Very Long. That's a true long shot, I feel. Now, Shade and Cars, Trucks, and Buses, they're borderline. We don't get a lot of them, but yet they're coming at some point. Now, Death Don't Hurt Very Long, it may never be played again. So that moves us on to our pick 5, which I believe you already saw. Bathtub Gin, You Enjoy Myself, Blaze On, Maze, What's Going Through Your Mind? I had a little trouble reading backwards there. See, I was going to put Meld in the pick 5, but then I switched it to What's Going Through Your Mind. I was just full of first setters. Look, Gin, first set. Maze, first set. Melt would have been first set. So we got What's Going Through Your Mind in there instead of Melt. You Enjoy Myself could be anywhere. All right, so Melt's going to open the thing. That would be awesome. Our long shot, Death Don't Hurt Very Long, that would also be really cool. Although Shade, Cars, Trucks, and Buses, I'm a fan. Bathtub Gin, Blaze On, YEM, Maze, What's Going Through Your Mind. Kind of touching on the heat there a little bit, with Shade, Blaze On, Split Open, and Melt. It is going to be another scorcher, so, if you're there today on the ground, you're going to be in the lot, you're going to the show, obviously drink some water. Drink some water right now, in fact. If you have water nearby, go ahead and just take a couple sips, even if you're not thirsty. I don't know what time you're going to be watching this. You never have too much water. All right, guys, boom, we're out of here. Giving hydration advice, along with picks. So what was the pick 5? Bathtub Gin, Blaze On, You Enjoy Myself, Maze, What's Going Through Your Mind. Split Open and Melt is, in fact, going to be the opener. Death Don't Hurt Very Long. That also plays into the heat, although dying from the heat, that'd take a while. It would suck. Boom.